Let's go back. Speak it even loud enough. Alright guys, let's get this party started. If you are new here, make sure to shoot a follow. My name is Harley. I help people get out of their toxic cycles that they continue to keep repeating over and over and over again because they just don't want to become uncomfortable, right? And everyone has been there where they don't want to be uncomfortable. They think that things are gonna go different than what they were. Oops, what just happened? What did I do? Okay, there we go. They just think that at some level, staying stuck is more prevalent, right? Because they're going to start to drive forces differently in a way that they're staying stuck, but they're not understanding that because doing something different is not comfortable. I think that's a hard thing to realize, that the good things in life are never comfortable. They're always going to be uncomfortable. We're going to have to face that through life. And when I work with clients, thank you for the heart, me, Kendra. I appreciate you. And when I work with clients, I really do hone in on this at a full 360. I give them the space to be who they are, but I also give them the space to grow and minute into who they should be, not who they believe they're supposed to be for somebody else. Cold-hearted, welcome in. So I do have tons of things that I offer, but I'm also growing here on TikTok with multiple facets of you guys here in chat, along with a whole entire another group, right? I am aiming to bring the masses in to help all of the women and the men that have continued to live in that ugly cycle of just being who someone else wants them to be, not being who they deserve to be. Rooted Mama, welcome in. Thank you for tapping the screen. I was asked a question today in someone else's live about algorithm, because I am your techie girl as well, you guys. So I really wanted to touch in on that just a little bit. Search engine optimization. TikTok, all social media is a search platform. If you go to the top of your FYP, right, there's a little hourglass and you tap on that, and then you can be able to search anything and everything, and whatever those words you're using is going to bring content out that is alike that. So what is the purpose of people putting hashtags in the chat or keywords that the creator is saying? Is it's then going to push it naturally out to those people that are speaking those words. So for Kendra or for me, right? For me, it's going to be more along the lines of narcissistic, relationships, coach, Dr. Harleen Quinzelli, my power page. Those are all keywords. For Kendra, it's growing, connecting, community, GQ, grow host, things like that. So the more that, even if you guys are like, you don't have anything to say, right? If you keep the chat going with those keywords, then TikTok is going to start pushing more people to us. It's just as important as the taps. Welcome in, T. Denny. It's just as important as the shares. It's just as important as the gifts as a full 360 whole, right? But the keywords is like, say you guys see the value coming out, but you don't want to say anything because you don't want me to lose my thought, right? But putting those keywords in there is going to remind me of more things I can talk about, but it's also going to do the things for TikTok. That includes in anybody's life, right? That's why I'm so big on teaching you guys what your passion is. What is your passion? Because when you know that, then TikTok knows where to send your content. This profile has gotten extremely messed up through all of this stuff that I've tried to do and tried to handle on this channel. So we are just now reprogramming it and getting it out of its stuck stage, right? Super cold because it's like 200 degrees outside, and if I turn the air conditioner on, it turns 90 degrees in here, guys. So I apologize. I am cold, but I'm hot at the same time. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I appreciate you guys being here. Billy Joe, welcome in. So yes, we were talking about SEO and how important it is, and how having a basic idea of, you know, what your niche is. Say that chat doesn't have anything to say, right? Because they're just like soaking in the knowledge. The words that they hear that are predominant for them, putting them in chat is keeping the chat going. People say emotes, but emotes equal to looking like a BOT, whether that is in videos or whether that is in live streaming. They want words because words categorize things out. Over time, you know, TikTok's going to be a part of Google, you know, and they'll be able to start finding our content and our things on search engines on other platforms. So keep that in mind, you guys. I know it's crazy. I have a lot of people in here, they're like, I don't have a niche. I don't have a niche. Well, find one. Find something that resonates with you. So something that I tell my clients, and I want to be upfront and honest with you guys because I try not to gatekeep as much as TikTok will allow me not to gatekeep, right? Once Kendra's community is completed, then I will be able to give you all the unreal, unfiltered, raw tricks and tips that I use with my clients and with all of my accounts. So that being said, every day after making content, I usually tell people to post in your stories. Your people, whether you are in business or not, they want to see your day. They want to see the things you're going through. They want to see you promoting your live. Like, that's why I say to use the live creator thing, right? Or the live event thing. Why? Because you can post that on your videos. You can post that as a link like you do the TikTok shop. You can put that in your videos. You can put that in your stories, and you can let people know, hey, I'm going live at this time. Don't forget to register. And even if they can't show up, thank you for the roses, T. Denny. Even if they don't show up, then they will be able to help push you. So they are technically helping support the team. That's why I post my lives into the group every single day. Most days I don't forget, right? When I'm not too busy, which kind of grows that whole attribute of what you guys are doing. It's crazy to say this, but you're going to work harder on here than you are anywhere else, other than your own mind, right? Because there are so many features and there's so many things that you can use just with the click of a button. But you have to be in the right mindset when you're making the content and when you're networking and you're doing all the things. So first off, right, we start out with us doing the stories. Then we make a post. Thank you for the friendship bracelets, T. Danny, appreciate you. Then we move to our post, right? We make a post, a quick post. Usually I tell people to only make a 6-second video, because a 6-second video is a good push for the day to get new people to your page. Because again, if we are sticking with hashtags within a certain amount of numberage, let's say over 100K for a hashtag, you don't want to use more than 4. Ideally 5 if you are really niched very well. Thank you for the 10K, 5.7 right now. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. So you want them to be in the middle range. You don't want them to be too high and you don't want them to be too low, because that's how you're gonna push out to new people to your content every single day, right? And then after you post your first video, you want to go and interact on your your friends page every day. Every single day after posting a video for 5 minutes. Then you want to go over to your For You page and you want to go and you want to hit the search bar. And whatever your content is about and whatever your live is about, you want to go engage with people that have videos that are categorized in what you do on your page. You want to interact in the comments. Why do you want to interact in the comments? Because those are potential friends in your guys' case, right? Possibly that might follow you, right? And if they see the little green or the blue circle around your name, then they're gonna click on your story and you just got an interaction. And if they like what they see, then they might follow. They might send you a like on your story, or they might even send you a comment, right? So that's a natural way to engage and start doing these things. I see you guys on everybody's live and consuming in ways that aren't actually bringing growth towards your page. And that is why we made the group on TikTok, right? The 2 groups that Kendra has, they're not for whoever you want to send us to, right? We want to see our group coming together and showing this love and support. So when someone sends a video in there Everybody should be going into that video and starting at the bottom and waiting for 4 seconds and hitting the repost button, waiting 4 more seconds, hitting the save button, waiting 4 more seconds depending on how long the video is, right? And then hit the comment section and say something that is about what the video is, whether that's the audio, the text on screen, or what the person is talking about. SEO, right? We need the words in the comments to actually match the video, so the video gets categorized and the video gets pushed out. And then within the last 4 seconds, you start tapping the screen, and you don't stop tapping the screen until the video replays. What does all of that do? That pushes the content out towards the FYP page, so that when you guys are live, all of your content is working for you in the background and it's bringing people to your room. Does that make sense? That's how that process works. And then when they get into your live, they already know who you are because they've watched your content or they've sat and watched all of your stories. So they've already started to get to know you. So the big nurturing is in your live because they get to see you in real time and what you're doing, what value you are bringing to the table, and all sorts of things like that, right? So that's really, that's my daily structure in the morning, from the time that I wake up until the time that I go live. And then I will hit a couple of y'all's rooms afterwards, but in the late afternoon, then I work on my new MWR business. I'll still plug my business here, my secondary business here, because there are people here that are at level 5. They're ready to go. They're gung-ho. They're ready to start making that money. They don't just want their channel to thrive, they want their regular life to thrive, right? And so I'm gonna promote that everywhere. But on my other channel already, I've posted 2 videos. My first video got 1 like. My second video, because I went with what I was doing and I followed the protocol that I do on this channel, that first video got 900 and their second video got 900 and some odd likes. It's probably at 1,000 already, right? Do you see the difference? So followers are important. I just had this conversation with somebody else as well. Followers are important. If the followers are not engaging in the content when they are scrolling, TikTok is not going to consider your video prioritized. They are not going to consider your video to get pushed out to the FYP page. So you can make content all day long. You can make it simple, you can make it funny, you can just throw nothing up there, but the words on the screen are going to regulate that bar that says not relatable content or no relatable content is going to push all of that, right? So the more people that comment when it says, hey, I'm going live at 10 o'clock, go, cool, I registered for your event at 10. Can't wait to see you at your live. Why? Because the words is describing that the person is going live. So the video could get categorized in live or go live. See how that works? Like, it's not just about posting the content. It's about the connection with the words and all those facets. And if we're going to be creators that are wanting to monetize and wanting to work towards that, right? Then we need to be able to do the actual work that it's going to take to get it there. It doesn't matter if we have a product, it doesn't matter if we have a service, it doesn't matter if it's TikTok shop, it doesn't matter what it is. The hardcore work of being on this app, people really get wrong. And these are the steps that I take every day, without a shadow of a doubt. Not only do I post what I post on this channel on about 6 different platforms, but I also have the second account where I do the exact same thing over there. It's just in a whole nother niche, right? So just keep that in mind, you guys. A lot of people get that confused and don't understand that process, but that's really where it comes in. Steph, welcome in. How are you doing, my friend? So yeah, and how does that go back into mindset? Well, if we're in a really crappy mindset when we're making our content and we're speaking negativity into our existence just from our thoughts, even if it's not coming out into the world, then that post isn't going to do well, because we're not showing up as our authentic self in the content in order for people to be like, oh yeah, this person's real. She's not just looking for money, right? Like, I can see this person wants to have a genuine connection with me. Or if you're networking and you're saying the wrong things in people's chat and you're stirring them away from even following you, do you see what I'm saying? Or if they've already followed you and they don't like your vibe and they unfollow you, like, you're gonna get more haters, guys, than you get people that are actually for you. They are going to push away from you because they see you growing. they see you not consuming as much, and they're starting to see you create. We're all made to be creators. So like my morning routine, you don't have to put it on there. I do that because I want to encourage other people to start doing the same exact thing. Great example, one of my clients is my own hypnotherapist, right? She's my client, I'm her client. She serves me, I serve her. I pay for her services, she pays for my services. Or we bargain different aspects of our services, right? So she's learning how to time block again, because summer has been crazy with the grandbabies being home and all sorts of things that she's got going on in the background that I got her working on. But she's aiming towards once a week again, where she can go live and she can start getting her awareness out there. But at the same point, like, she's having to do it for multiple things. So she's having to learn how to spend that time and not just consume content and consume lives and do all those sorts of things. Does anybody have any questions about the stuff that I just said? Because I just gave you guys like a whole list of ideas and how to start structuring the small attributes of your page. And it might sound crazy and people are like, oh, well, that doesn't work for everyone. Okay, well, when you type in Google that you're looking for, let's say you're looking for a detangle brush, right? And you're looking for a specific color from a specific brand, and you type that into Google, and the first thing that pops up is 20 different people's TikTok shops, videos that they've created, right? Do you see how that's interlinked? Like, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys grow, help you guys monetize without massive consumption. That's why we got 60 people, I think 62 people between the two groups on the TikTok Messenger that we have right now. And the whole idea is that those people help one another. Like I said, 7 people will help push us out to more groups of people as we grow and as we get better. I'm going to implement these tips today, girl. I like the way you explained it. Thank you. I am so glad that I helped. Oops, I swiped out. It's okay, Matt. It's okay. Yeah, but I hope that stuff is helpful, and I'm gonna tie that right back into the mindset stuff, right, guys? If we are not taking those 5 or 10 minutes every single morning to get our head right and to guide towards what we want to, if we are not time blocking when we're making content, when we're going live, when we're doing these things, then our brain is going to feel overwhelmed when we go live. Our brain is going to feel overwhelmed when we spend time with family, when we do anything. And then what Matt's talking about, right? Then that's when the attribute of addiction starts to really kick in. And it doesn't have to be something hardcore. It could be simple as scrolling on TikTok, spending hours and hours upon hours in people's lives, and then getting mad and frustrated because you're seeing other people win, but you're not. And then it has to go back to, okay, well, what am I doing in this situation? Not because I'm wrong, because I want to learn, because I want to become better, and I want to grow like these other people are growing too. But if they're going live and doing the dang thing and I'm just sitting in their live all day, then am I really aiming towards what I want? Or am I only playing small because I don't think I can be like this person? But really, if I started journaling, working out, eating healthier, spending time with people that are more like-minded or at a higher level than me, then all of those addiction aspects won't even be at a forefront, because you're not hanging out with people that are going to condole in that. You're not going to hang out with people that are going to sugarcoat the truth of the direction that you're looking to go at the end of the day. You're going to start hanging out with the people that are going to help you. Is it going to be hard to step out of your comfort zone? Yes. Comfort zones are a pain in the butt, because we have been stuck for so long that it just feels all right over here. And to move and to grow and do the small, I was trying to tap something away and I tapped out. Sorry, you guys. I'm back. And to get the small attributes to all fall together, we have to start seeing ourselves at a different level. Maybe it's meditation for you, right? Maybe it's going on a walk every morning. Maybe it's drinking a cup of coffee, sitting out on the balcony. Maybe it's you sitting in the grass, right? And touching the grass and reminding yourself how amazing the earth is. Maybe it's listening to Tony Robbins or Mel Robbins, or there's like 2,000 million different podcasts out there, right? To Be Better podcast, one of my favorite podcasts in the world. That couple has helped me in the most hardest moments ever. And at one point, I used to be one of their subscribers in their community, right? Like, find something that's gonna help you fall out of that basic attribute. Dark man, I am doing very well. Actually, in the past month, I've been going live almost every single day. I've missed maybe 3 days this week. I hope you're having a great Monday as well, my friend. I haven't seen you in a minute. But yeah, guys, like all of those attributes are like interconnected, right? The way we think, who we are around, and who we have driving the narrative is an important piece. And sometimes you're going to get around people that don't see that or don't want that, right? And we have to be okay with letting them go. Sometimes that's not easy. Positive attributes of everything you do. It doesn't matter how many negative thoughts you have. You water wash it down with something positive. You don't allow it to exist in your world. Be confident in who you are. Show up as authority of your world. Show up as you know what you're talking about. Don't show up as you're hesitant in any way, shape, or form. Start the day right. Exactly. Making the bed. Why do I make the bed before I make anything else? Because it's showing myself that I care about my environment. I care about my home. I have certain days I vacuum. I have certain days that, the massive laundry gets done and towels get washed and floors get swept and hubby has his part, I have my part, right? So everything in my life is time blocked. Does that work for everybody? No, but at least have a basic attribute of, hey, on Tuesday, all the pots and pans are getting washed and all the towels are getting washed. I'm going to get all that done. And then the next day, have another small project, because a lot of people get burnt out. Yes, team efforts at home and online. There we go, Miss Kendra. Because, when you get overwhelmed, like a lot of 9-to-5ers, right, that work a regular job, they get burnt out with their work because they feel Sunday is recovery day and Saturday is get ready for the weekday. So Sunday, they're cleaning all day, then they're tired and exhausted. They wake up again, they go do all the grocery shopping and all the shit, and then they got to go back to work for Monday through Thursday, whatever their schedule may be. And then they don't do anything in between because they haven't balanced the small attributes in order to handle life without hitting burnout. And that's what I'm here for, you guys. Like, I want you guys to grow your channel, but I also want you to grow your self-development in the direction that you're going and like how you see life and how you see your daily attributes. Something that has hit home with me through this process of no contact and all those sorts of things is I've been told on multiple occasions, well, it must have been nice to leave and be able to heal on your own. And here's the truth of the matter. When you try to make something work with someone who doesn't want it, it turns into something nasty, right? Dank, thank you for the heart, me, appreciate you. It turns very nasty. When you've tried all the things, when you've tried emails, when you've tried setting up binders for each of the kids so that the parents can just be able to put the notes in there and we can be able to move on, because you don't have time to do all those small attributes, and the time that you do have with your children should be fucking precious, right? And when you do that for years on end, it comes to a point where they're downing your healing. And do you want to be down in your business and your healing and all the attributes that you're doing? Or would you rather just remove that and show them what life really looks like instead of fighting back and becoming burnt out and sick and tired? And it's not easy, no matter who it is you're going no contact with, right? But at the end of the day, like, peace over chaos. Toxic is not the way to go. Toxic is not the way to live. I am here to empower men and women to be the absolute best version of themselves every day. I inspire myself to do it. I inspire other men and women. I inspire my husband every day, changing his mindset, teaching him how to, handle and block and figure out all the small attributes, because most men don't learn that shit in life. Most men don't have an actual safe woman that is going to be able to teach them how not to be the little boy that's hurt inside of them and actually show up as the king and the leader of their world. And so I'm one piece of that. You guys are just an extension of that. And you all have a gift. You all have something to bring to the table. And remember how great you are. Stick to the plan. Welcome in, my friend. Thank you for that heart, me. I appreciate you. So how is everybody doing on their Monday? Lauren, what's going on, girlfriend? So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the SEO things that I went over at the beginning of the live, I am more than willing to go over it and explain it a little bit more, or give more context or different perspective to what I've already said. Great. How are you doing? I'm doing amazing. Today's went really, really well. Today's went really, really well. Doing great. Working on TikTok stuff. Yep. I feel you. I feel you. I got all sorts of things going on. Today was house cleaning day, so I got all of that done. Today was sage day. Saging the house, removing all of the entities, any negative energy, talking to the spirits and letting them know that I'm ready to receive abundance, and I want other people in my world to receive abundance, all those sorts of things. Keeping everything calm, cool, and collective, and balanced as much as possible. Listening and learning. Yes, my friend. So when you guys see me living, not loving. Oh, did I misunderstand what you said? Oh, yeah. I got what you said, Kendra. You're pulling a Harley. But anyways, when you guys see me in your chat, and maybe I can tell your passion and I want you to get a harder push than what everyone's doing with all the other things, the likes, the shares, the comments, the gifts, right? If you see me in your comments and I am commenting the words you're saying, don't be confused. You don't have, I mean, you can repeat the word if you want to, it's just a bigger push, right? But I'm putting it in there to show the algorithm what we're wanting to bring into the room. Because if not, then we can push the wrong people towards our room too. And you want to be careful who you push to your room. Like, you know, all these TROLLS's that, you know, come into everybody's life. Sometimes that's because of the subject we're talking about. Sometimes that's because of the energy in the chat and all those sorts of things. So we want to... all those things matter. It all swanders into one big thing. Yes. So like, yeah, cold-hearted Matt, when I was in his live, whatever he was talking about, the subject that I was seeing that the keywords would be around, I was putting that in chat. Recovery, his story, 28 days, because he was talking about his first 28 days. He was talking about the 12 steps. So those were the words I was putting in his chat. And his numbers were growing, right? There was people that were popping in at the bottom because he was already talking about it and the chat was matching. Even when you share, like when you share and there's text there, like type something that has to do with the niche of the person that you're sharing it out to. Or if you're sharing your own live, make sure you put those words in there too, because that TikTok is seeing all of that. All the SEO is being seen on this platform in a way that we don't even know. So like, be careful what you say in people's chats, right? Because, you know, you can lose a follow from someone in someone else's live, not just in your own live. So keep those things in mind. I hope that I have brought some inspiration to you guys today. And just remember that change is not comfortable. Change is not something that happens with a click of a finger, and it also doesn't happen the way we want it to happen, right? Opportunities are given to us every day. It's our choice if we go after them. Like this new business opportunity with MWR Life. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. Well, my goal has always been to be able to offer all of my services for life and self-development coaching for free, right? So this goes into my passion and my story. I want to be able to offer that to the people that cannot see their worth, so that they can start to get to their winning level. And in order for me to do that, I have to have money flowing somewhere else. I lost my job in 2021 because of all of the chaos of my life. And I had to settle out the chaos. And I knew online was where I wanted to be, because there's thousands and millions of people that need this help, right? So MWR Life gives me the ability to fluctuate everything I want to. It also gets my husband out of his job, because, you know, I can have him sign up and I can start teaching him how to market. I can start teaching him how to do his passion with what he wants. But then we get to travel too. We get to travel at a quarter of the price. We get to go to concerts at the quarter of the price. We get to go to retreats at the quarter of the price. We get to go to hotels. We don't have to worry about prices. We get one free vacation a year, right? All of those things can then be implemented into us doing a retreat for my dot community, right? or for our whole community as a whole, where over time I can be able to land in the center of where a group of us are and we can have a retreat weekend. The goal isn't just to monetize on here. The goal is to help uplift you guys to see that you're worthy of receiving money at a whole new level. And it was just laid in my lap. My friend said, you know what? You've been busting your ass. I've been seeing all of your changes. And you know what? It's time for you to fucking win again. Here you go. You got this. You can sell water to a damn Eskimo. Do you see what I'm saying? But I don't come on here and fluff. I don't come on here and just do things to make a little coin. I do things because my mission is big. My mission is bigger than the world. When I come on here, I go, what if your children are watching? I go, what if your children happen to be in one of these chats? What if your girls see this? Do you want to come out here talking crap about rest of the world and narcissists, or do you want to bring the awareness that everybody just needs a little love, and that it's okay to need help, and that it's okay to ask for help, and that it's okay not to like someone but still be able to love them and wish greatness upon them in every direction that we go? And that's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly all of my missions and dreams. Sounds so awesome. If you can dream it, you can do it. I mean, if you talk it into existence, right? Like the homework yesterday for you guys was, I wanted you guys to write a life script. I wanted you guys to write what you looked like, what you dressed like, what type of makeup you wore, or what shoes you wore, or how much you weighed. What do you see yourself as your future self? And how do you see yourself getting there? And the more that you speak that every day, any moment that you are second guessing yourself, you're going to see the better grade of life. You're talking to a woman who had every diagnosis in the book and literally was told she couldn't work because her GI was messed up, but does not qualify for disability and does not qualify for a 9-to-5 because she's too much of a damn leader and she has too many attributes of an accountable human being. And 9-to-5s don't want people to be accountable, and they don't want them to be team leaders, right? So there's a whole new genre of people that deserve to be saved, because 9-to-5s keep us stuck. Like, look, my mom's 80 now, right? She worked a job from age 16 all the way until she was 64. And she's barely making it on Social Security, right? Like, our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents didn't teach us these little tiny hacks in life on how to be abundant and how to accept abundance when it's handed to you. Because we are more likely to be jealous of what somebody else has instead of go, how did that person get there? What did they have to do to get there? Okay, well, if they're still in this, then how did they make money here? Okay, so maybe I need to go research this. Maybe I need to actually go see what this person is doing instead of getting mad and jealous of their success. That is something that I've learned in this online space. Like, you have to want it. 6 more donuts, guys. Let's go. Yeah, you guys don't have to do all the donuts. I'm not worried about it, but thank you. I do appreciate that, cold-hearted. But just think about that, guys. What if you were worth more, right? This is my abundance plug, right? A close friend of mine that is in the same business as me, right? She started out 16 days ago. She just made it to 10 grand a month. She just made it to 10 grand a month with a free vacation every single year. Why? Because she took a chance on herself. Now she doesn't have to worry about her phone being shut off. She doesn't have to worry about those small attributes. And she's helping people. She's helping people grow their business. She's making sure there's money on the table, not just for herself, for her family, but for her actual passion, because she's a coach by nature like me too. Right? And the person that's the leader of our team is second in the world. And we are the last one on the radar for the US 11 months ago. A company that's been around for 13 years, longer than most digital products. Most digital products don't stay on the market very long because, again, people don't know how to market, right? So you have to learn how to do the things, and you have to find something that's going to better you. Like, TikTok Shop's amazing. We all need physical products, but at the same exact point, like, look deeper than that, right? If you had a digital product you did not have to store, you did not have to ship, you did not have to pay for shipping, wouldn't that be an option, right? To be able to help some people, send them on vacations, do the things. You know how many people spend on concerts a year and retreats a year and all the other things? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more to life than just the basic attributes. That's awesome. Just saying hi and supporting. Welcome in, Elizabeth. Yes, like, I mean, I'm here when you guys are ready. I'm here to show you what that abundance looks like. I have 3 people already on the bucket. They've just been really, really exhausted and tired. They've been shifting things around, right? So when I get my 3 people in, I'll have money. I will start getting my daily, weekly, and monthly pay. And I don't have to worry about it. How do I have that? Because all I did was reach out and said, hey, I know you're always going on retreats. How much you spending on retreats a year? Right? Well, what if I could cut that price in half? And what if you could share this with a couple of friends? And then you could start earning residual off someone that's also saving on something they already use. Right? That's the process of how online business goes, right? You guys, it's know, like, and trust, but it's, again, through the confidence, it's through the lives, it's through all the content, it's through all of the things. Like, you can literally do anything you want to online. It's how you maneuver in it. It's how you connect with people. And it's not an easy go round. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Hi, Justin, I see you. Confidence is absolutely everything. And it's not easy just to grab. Sometimes the confidence, it can take a very long time. And in all of the self-development I work on and that other people work on with me and other types and forms of coaching, you have to understand that your environment defines the way that you look at things. Your environment changes your state of being, as Mr. J would say. I know he's in here even though he says he's not, right? Your energy defines everything. It's how you show up to your business, no matter what type of business you have, right? It's how you show up. It's what you're comfortable talking about. It's what you're comfortable making change with. And if you're not willing to make change and you're not willing to learn to become the best version of yourself, even if it's just 1% every day, then your goals and aspirations, you are going to be stuck right here making the same amount of money in the same place and all of the things, and it's not gonna happen the way you're looking for it. Show up for yourself every day. Even though it may not look like I do a lot, I do wall Pilates for an hour a day. I do it in 30-minute sectors. And I'm still losing weight. I haven't been on the scale this week. Sunday is my weigh day, but in total I've lost 27 pounds in 13 weeks. My husband has lost 37 pounds in 13 weeks. Because we changed our food. We changed how we talk to ourselves. We took the small, tiny steps and said, we want this as a whole, and we're not letting go of our dreams and aspirations. We have an umbrella of things that we have to offer because we took those chances on ourselves and we made them, we started to make them happen. We invested in more than one thing. We invest. And here's another thing. Encouragement. Yes, encouragement is key. Engagement. Let's talk a little bit about engagement, since I think we still have a little bit of time. All the thingamajiggers covered up. Okay, yeah, we still have a little bit of time. Let's talk about engagement a little bit more, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a lot of hard work. We've been through a lot of shit in life. Engagement. I think people get this word confused. To you guys in chat, tell me what engagement means. Because engagement from a creator standpoint, a business owner standpoint, is not the same as what a consumer believes, right? People think engagement means liking, commenting, saving, all of those things. Well, what about the host? Does the host need to be engaging, right? Like with their chat, with what they're bringing to the table, like all those small attributes. Like there's a few people that I'll go into their room for 5 or 10 minutes and that's really all I can stand of them. Like, I know that might be mean to say, but when you don't bring engagement to your live and to your content and you're just doing the basic, like, it doesn't cut it. It doesn't cut it, you guys. And that's why a lot of people give up. As a coach would say, it's just like the fitness world, right? 10% of people lose weight. 10% of people win in the online space and actually start making money and monetize and do all the things they need to, because only 10% are willing to get uncomfortable. Only 10% are willing to admit that their world is not the world that they want it to be, and actually start to take the change and do the things that is needed for them to start growing in the direction that they need. Yep, it's a crazy process, but that's really how it works, you guys. So does anybody have any questions about the services that I offer in my coaching or in MWR or in any of the tips and tricks that I gave about TikTok today? Or have any questions about search engine optimization at all? Yeah, but yeah, guys, remember my doc check-in call is a 30-minute doc check-in, and that's a space for you to be able to vent about, like, maybe a problem that you're having, right? And a different way for us to ramp it and end you with a plan on how you are going to change that for the next week or maybe 2 weeks, whatever is comfortable with you. The power page is going to be a spot for you to start learning how to implement the things that you're trying to implement with the rest of the world with yourself. And when you start implementing those things with yourself and inspiring yourself and becoming the version of you, the people will follow. I promise you. And if they don't follow you, you will be so well regulated that someone walking out of your life will not hurt you or affect you in any way, shape, or form. Is it going to be easy? No, it'll be messy. I'll tell you, it'll be messy. Is it worth the messy part? Oh, yes, because there's abundance at the end of the road. Every single one of us is a millionaire. It's if we choose to get there. It's if we choose how we're talking to ourselves. If it's how we are maneuvering in the everyday world in every facet of our life. Because our subconscious, it doesn't take a break. It is taking note of every last thing that we do, what we say, how we interact. And when we do the opposite of what our conscious wants, then guess what happens? Our subconscious goes, proved you wrong, told you couldn't do that, proved you wrong, told you it wasn't gonna work. So then what happens? You get in a fight with your conscious and your subconscious, and you have to do all that work that you already did, and you have to do it all over again. And that's why I offer the doc check-in calls, because it is a spot for when you hit that point where frustration of whatever you got going on, that's going to help pivot you towards the direction of positivity instead of negativity, instead of what other people want, what you want. And maybe you don't even know that you want what you want, or maybe you're just too scared to face it. And maybe we got to work on just getting you to the beginning factors. There are some people that I've worked with even on a small scale where they were having a really hard time manifesting. So I found something that they enjoyed listening to, or something that hyped them up, and I figured out how to twist it where they could start seeing their greatness in those moments that they couldn't, so that they then could actually learn how to meditate. Because meditation, focus time, changing your state of being doesn't happen if it's boring to you or it's not interesting to you. The great people that are winning, remember, are doing these things every day. The people that are struggling and the people that are saying, I wish, I want, I hope, are still in the same boat. They haven't grown at all. They're in the same exact place mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, psychology, all of the things. All of the things. It's crazy, I know, but it's the truth. In the past 5 years, we have maintained things that the old version of ourselves would have collapsed on. The old me would have went and filed for a divorce and didn't want to do the hard work and realize that I was a part of the problem, or that I was allowing other people to mistreat me in my life just to be in my kid's life. To not understand that if I'm not healthy, that I can't be a healthy parent. And that if my kids choose toxic, I don't get to pick that because I don't have control over anybody except for myself. You're talking about myself, but you too. Yes, I'm talking about anybody that might be struggling with that or going through that. It's not fun to admit. It's really not. But at the end of the day, you gotta want the change. You gotta want to do something different. We can't be there for people that don't want us to be there. And that's a hard one to face. It doesn't matter if they're our mom, our dad, our uncle, our aunt, the neighbor, the teacher. If they don't want to be there, then you're going to get burnt out by trying to make someone show up that doesn't want to show up. Right? So just, keep that in mind, guys. Like that's my whole entire thing. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Ain't that true? Ain't that true? And the more things you try to control that you don't have control over, then they will consume you. And they will consume you in the wrong way, right? Just like God gives us a sign every day of something he wants us to work on and change. And also God gives us a gift every single day. And 90% of us go, F that, I'm not even going to try that because I don't feel comfortable with that. And then they go, well, God never answers my prayers. Well, yes, he does. He just doesn't answer them in the way that you want them. Because nothing in life is handed to us. We have to work for everything we get in life. Brandon, welcome in. And sometimes that's a hard one to swallow, but it's the truth, right? Like, sometimes it's not going to happen in the direction we want to. Sometimes we have to learn a hard lesson through the process. And you know what? Sometimes when we wait for things, it has a greater gratitude level. It has a higher power of positive energy compared to if we just instantly receive something. It's just like me changing my people, changing who I hang around, changing how I'm working out, how I'm communicating with my partner, how I spend my time away by myself with my self-care every day. Like, all of those things matter. And if we don't make time for them, then no greatness is going to come to us. Like every day now, hubby comes home, the house is already clean, his dinner's already prepped, so all he has to do is actually make it and eat it because that's his thing. We don't really eat together because we're on two totally different schedules. Because his first 2 hours of him coming home is his relaxation time, right? And his chore time. So I leave the house. I go to the park. I go on a walk. I go do something that is away from the house. Because if not, then we get in burnout. We get stuck behind a screen, right? And then we start comparing ourselves. And that's not the way that it's supposed to work. And then when I come home, hubby and I sit down and talk about the daily things that we have on our mind and on our list that we've made, that we keep on the side to keep each other accountable, right? And then we go in, we hang out with a couple of our friends on another platform and we play some games with them, right? That's our way of connecting. Now, if my kids were here, it would be way different, right? There would be personal time for each parent, but there would also be individual time for the kiddos. There would be joint time for the kiddos, and then there would be separate time from mom and stepdad. Why? Because children need connection. Children need to feel connected. And a lot of people forget that. Like when I had my girls, that's what we did. That's what we did. And we were always the bad person. Always the bad person. But I wasn't. I parent properly. Why? Because a child is not going to connect to every single person on the same level. And people who are in competition, which is a narcissistic tendency, right? Being dismissive of someone's feelings, thinking that one person overrides the other. Welcome in, Dawn. Then guess what happens? Connection is lost, right? And that was one thing my kids loved because they could tell their stepdad things that they couldn't tell me. Right? And their stepdad could bring things to me in a different way than they could that I would have understanding for, instead of it being a big blow up like it is over at their dad's. Did I try to teach or did I try to guide the other side towards that? Yes, I did. I tried to explain, hey, your energy is way too strong for me. I don't want to deal with this. This is not okay. This is not what healthy looks like. And it was always thrown the opposite direction. So guess what? I'm ready. I'm ready when all three of them come home. My stepson and my two daughters. Why? Because I'm doing the work every single day. Every day. I am showing them what it is like to have to sit with those feelings, to be uncomfortable, to not be sure, to be able to communicate when I'm uncomfortable, to be so self-aware that literally I am not scared in any way, shape, or form of whatever anybody brings me. Why? Because I can be real. I don't have to sugarcoat. I don't have to lie in order to fit a narrative, right? If someone says, well, what happened between you and Joker? I can tell you the whole story. I can tell you where I went wrong. I can tell you where he went wrong. And I can tell you where everybody else went wrong, because I have nothing to hide. I am your real, raw, authentic Doc Harley fucking Quinn that is here to help you guys get out of the toxic cycle, start seeing your abundance, start at level 1, start at level 2, or start at level 100, whatever it may be. But don't stay stuck. That is my big message today. Do not stay stuck in your cycles. When you are aware of them, write them down. And write down what it felt like when you were aware that that cycle happened. When something great happens, write it down. Write down how you felt. And write down if your mind or your subconscious mind was taking control. I meant to say conscious or subconscious, right? Whether you're conscious, you were thinking consciously or subconsciously, right? Because then you start to connect the dots. You become so self-aware that nothing will ever hurt you, harm you, or disorient your peace in any way, shape, or form. That's the goal. Thank you for the heart meme, my friend. I appreciate you. Good live earlier, Ghost. Good live. How are you doing today? It is hotter than a monkey toe. It is hotter than a monkey toe. Serenity. Yes, exactly. Serenity. And also sacredness, right? Because your boundaries are sacred. And when you stop setting them with other people and you set them with yourself, you will see a turnaround. You're not going to see the same people hanging around you. And you're not going to be offended when they walk away. And that is the most rewardingest thing ever. Because in the beginning, it feels like a heartbreak. It feels like you're breaking up with someone. Or feels like you're grieving someone who passed away. Right? And that's not easy. That's not easy. My mom told me he just didn't want anything to do with us. That, drugs and alcohol were more important to him. But come to find out, my brother had died in a car accident 30 years before I was born, or 20 years before I was born. So I was 10 when I found out. So it was 30 when I found out, right? That's heartbreaking. To have wanted a brother your whole entire life, to felt the energy that you had a brother, and to be lied to. I mean, that's just as bad as not being able to see someone, right? Because you never got to experience them. You never got to learn the wisdom that they may have had, or the drive that they may have had. And my brother is very, very, very dear to my heart. Even though we never met, I have spoke to him. He has spoke to me. He keeps me protected. And when people do stupid crap around me, well, believe me, they know. He likes to drop things off of shelves. He likes to turn lights off, unplug things in the middle of them being used, or slam doors if, people are arguing or anything stupid around. He protects me. And I'm very grateful for that, because that's the brother I never had. Even though he's not physically here, he's still here in spirit. He still loves me. He still cares about me. And he doesn't like the way that my mom treats me, right? My mom treated us no differently. That's the crazy part. The only difference is some parents are money hungry, right? They don't know how to spend money. They don't know how to control their money properly. That's something that you should have control over, right? Our mom didn't know what that was. Our mom was a gold digger. If you want to get down to labels, right? Anything that brought her money, she was willing to do. And I'm not like that. I'm not like that at all. If I can't bring value with something, then I'm not going to do it to please someone else or to bring joy to a situation. That's just not who I am. I want to come from a place of understanding, a place of love, a place of guidance that is going to bring something more than just to myself. Because in servanty of marriage, of God, of all of the things, right, of business, you must give in order to receive, and you must receive in order to give, right? And so, yeah, me and my mom don't think alike. Me and my mom don't really get along either. Let's be completely honest. But I tolerate her. I love her with respect, and when she's disrespectful, I let her know. I will not go through what she went through, that is for sure. By the time I'm this age, by the time I'm her age, I will be handing off businesses to my children and to my grandchildren, right? I will be giving them my skill set and my knowledge to become the absolute best version of who they are, right? So they don't ever have to wonder what it's like to not have food or shoes or a nice home or a car to go somewhere in, or be able to go out to a self-care day, or that going out on a date by yourself is weird, right? Like, they're going to learn all of those things because their grandma has already implemented it. And yeah, you guys probably think I'm crazy because I'm already thinking about grandkids. Well, I'm not thinking about grandkids. They already exist, right? I show up as my future self because she has more wisdom than me. She has way more wisdom than my younger self. And if I want to become my ultimate self, then I have to show up as my future self. The grandma, the full-blown millionaire business owner, making everything happen, doing retreats, taking people that are homeless off the streets, all of those attributes, doing all those things. I already see myself doing all of that. When I meditate, I can literally see it happening in front of my eyes. I can see the weight that I've lost in my future self. I can see all of that because I've tapped into being present with who I am, my mission, my drive, and where I'm going. And boy, God, I can't wait for my first vacation. That's going to be the most excitingest thing ever. My first retreat is going to even 10 times more special. Whether that is a retreat that I go to as someone else's, or that is a retreat that I create for my community, right? Like, all those things are key. Like, in order to receive, we must give. In order to give, we must receive. And when we don't do those things, then we're just pushing ourselves away at the end of the day. So keep that in mind, you guys. Be real, be honest, and keep being the best version of yourself every single day. And just remember, if you guys are interested in MWR and you are wanting to know more about it, please send me a DM so that I can send you some information and I can start to get you guys started. You don't necessarily have to post it on your social media. If you have a group of people that already travel a lot and already do all of the things, right? It can be very easy and simple. You're not coming in by yourself. You're coming in with your team. We have tons of group chats for you to get to know more information, but also learn. We also have discovery calls multiple times a week. And if you are wanting to do a one-on-one with like me and my sponsor or anything like that, then I can also have that set up so that you can get all your questions answered and you can see what this is really about. So you can start seeing that abundant life more than just here on this app. There's so much more to making money online as a whole and in general, right? So whatever your passion is, I'm pretty sure I have a connection that I can reach out and pull you towards the right direction. But more than ever, like, who doesn't want to go on vacation, right? Who doesn't want to be able to get on a plane and go to the beach in the middle of the summer, or be there for a friend, right? Or be able to help someone in a way that they didn't know that they could, right? That's really my goal, is to really start to help some of these people that I'm seeing making an effort. And in order for all those facets to fall into place, the money has to come from somewhere, right? And it can't just come from monetization on this app, because y'all are gonna get burnt out. I'm gonna tell you that right now. 50K coming up, 49.7. Let's go. Thank you guys. I appreciate all the taps. I appreciate all of the love. Yeah, so now that school is starting, have you guys started to maneuver how your day is going to be looking? Like how you're going to do your daily habits and things like that, so that you don't feel like you're getting burnt out? Because I know summer being here gives people a lot of time freedom per se, right? So I'm just wondering, you guys have a plan for that, on how to be able to make all of your networking and all your things work while you are getting back into school mode per se? Thank you. I appreciate you too. I'm trying to figure out my schedule. I know, Kendra, that's what I was thinking about, is you have your plate full right now. You're doing all of the assessments and you have planning for all of the students, and then, you know, you have your live and the networking, and we're like now adding the Discord. So you definitely got your hands full, girl. I feel you. Cole, what about you? Well, I mean, you're not going back to school, but I mean, summer does kind of change things with work as well. If you are working, I don't remember if you're working or not. I have 4 weeks to figure it all out. Yeah, September? No, August. No, it's September. Yeah, school starts at the beginning of September, I think, even out here in Colorado. Lemon, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. If you are new here, my name's Harley. I help other women rise up into their power, see their abundant life, and drive forces with other individuals on this app at their pace, in their space, when they are ready. That is my goal and aspiration around here. So if you guys are new, make sure to shoot a follow. Make sure that you tap in with some of the people in this chat if you are growing and learning to monetize. Kendra Hall _2 is our leader of our agency, GQ, the group that we are creating. So if you are looking for something along those lines, if you are not ready for anything else, then we have that available to you. Make sure to shoot her a follow. Sandra, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate you, my friend. And all gifts and all likes and shares are muchly appreciated. I am very, very grateful for every single one of you. And if you guys are going live, make sure to send it to me. I'll be able to shoot in for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, get to know you, and, you know, keep you on that FYP page and try to help. A lot of the things that I do when I do visit chats is I really work to see if you guys are bringing value. If you guys aren't bringing value, then I'm not going to stay very long. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, I'm just saying. I want to see you guys get pushed out, but you can't get pushed out just for sitting there. Like, I don't know how else I can say that. Like, if you just sit there and you stare at all the numbers moving, like, that's no value. You get what I'm saying? Like, people look at that as desperate. Like, I want to see what's inside your brain. I want to know what's inside your brain. I want to pick your brain. Because if I'm giving you money on this app and you're just getting started learning to monetize, right? I'm not going to keep giving you money if you're not giving me value. If you're not making me laugh, you're not good at video games. Like, you have to be good at something. Digital marketing is my goal. Well, Cole, what type of digital marketing is your goal? Because digital marketing is a very broad spectrum of a subject. So be a little bit more detailed, because definitely digital marketing is amazing, because all it is digital marketing, right? Instead of you having a physical product and commercials and have to ship this and send this here and pay extra here and pay there, it's all digital, right? So if you are good at mindset, if you are good at helping addicts in recovery, whatever it may be, you can create your own thing, right? But you're always going to have a competition aspect no matter what direction you go, right? So are you wanting to learn about the things that I already know, or are you wanting something that has residual income? Or are you wanting to create your own thing? Thank you for the populars. I appreciate you, my friend. I'm starting to lose my voice, y'all. I'm good at helping people build strong confidence. I haven't really heard you talk about that yet. I would love to hear you talk about that. I think that you have value. I just think that sometimes it's hard and it's uncomfortable, and it takes a while to get used to talking to a screen and reading words on this screen and not talking to a person. It's definitely not for the weak. I think Kendra's talked about this a few times in her live. If you guys have not connected with Kendra and you guys are in here looking to grow, Kendra is our leader. This is her backup account, but we're gonna go ahead and pin it, right? So you guys can follow her. Well, yes, he is his own being. Everyone is their own being, right? But we can't just sit there and expect things to fall into our lap, right? Residual. Okay, well, I think MWR would be a good spot for you. So if you DM me MWR or say, hey, I'm interested in MWR, then I can talk with you, maybe get you into FB, so that I can be able to send you voice notes and give you a little bit more detail. It's more personalized and one-on-one. But yeah, Ghost, like, I can see your knowledge just wanting to fall out, right? More than just watching the numbers on the screen and all of the things. Like, your growth comes from us doing more than just nothing. But monetizing is secondary to my recovery. Right, of course it is. Recovery is something that never goes away, right? Miranda, welcome in. Right, exactly. You're 100% correct, right? You have to have the confidence in yourself and what you're doing and the direction that you're going. Miranda, welcome in, my friend. How are you doing? So yeah, recovery is, it doesn't matter what type of recovery it is, like even like recovering from a narcissistic life for me, right? That is not going to be something that ever goes away. There's always going to be a level of something that is going to pop up or happen. It's the awareness that we have as we're going through that process to keep being the best version of ourselves and not to stop. Thank you for the populars. I appreciate you. I'm good today. How are you doing? I'm doing great, other than the fact that it's hotter than hotter than an alligator. I don't know how else to put that. Thank you for the donates. I appreciate you, Miranda. But yes, I'm getting started and making such great progress. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Cole. And I think that you would be a perfect fit for MWR. You have very good customer service skills, and it would also give you the ability to travel and do other things. Your niche is kind of like in line with mine and a few other people's, right? Where we could do big retreats together over time, like as big goals and big dreams and aspirations, right? So I think that would be definitely beneficial to you. And who doesn't want to be able to take a free vacation every year, right? Like, that's a big part of that. And over time, you can create your own course, right? And when you join MWR, you get SOS, which is Standout Social, which is a program that teaches you all the SEO, how to make videos, how to edit videos, how to market, what a CTA is, what a hook is, what value is, how to make a community, whatever the hell it may be. It teaches you all of that stuff, and you get that with MWR Life. That is the bonus with our Pacific team and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, I can talk to you more about the details in DM, and we can get you on FB and get you into some conversations, my friend. But yes, that is our goal here, is to help you guys rise up and be the best version of yourself, to also monetize to get your message out, but also to where you don't have to worry about wife, hubby going to work no more. They can start working from home with you. You can start being present with your kids. You can start becoming the best version of you, meaning that you can show up for you, because you're not having to show up for a job that you're watching them go on vacation. You're watching them drive the fancy cars. You are making them millionaires, and they are paying you basic minimum wage and not caring about their employees. Let's be real. Let's be honest about that one. Everyone is value of they is everyone is value of they believe so. If they believe so. I think that's what you're trying to say. If they believe so. Yes, I agree. But a lot of people have been stuck down in a box for a very long time. They don't believe that they are worth anything, or they're around people that keep bringing them down, right? And they can't see past the end of the tip of their nose, right? They're like, it's kind of like a pit bull kind of thing, right? If they can't see it from here to here, then they're not going to connect that they're worthy. They're not going to connect that they are worth abundance, or worth making $20,000 in 2 fucking weeks, or whatever the case may be, or that there are actually people out there that want to connect with them, that can help them make that money to stay home, to do whatever facet that it may be for them as a whole. And so that's why we have coaches on here. That's why we have inspiration people. I'm not one of those coaches that just believes that, you come to me kind of thing. I like going and inspiring you guys. I like helping you guys in different ways, because not everyone is at the same spot in life, right? That's why I have my free power page. That's why I have my free dog checking call. But I also have my advanced stuff, right? Like if you're wanting to build a website, if you're wanting to build a Discord community, any of the things that I may offer that's in my bio, right? Although there are paid services, but there are also free services. And the reason I have it that way is so that it's fair for everyone. But the people I really want to reach are the ones that don't even look at the price. Why? Because they know they're worth it, and they know that that money is going to come to them. Because those are the people that rise up higher than what the poverty level says, right? They're not just saying, oh, well, I can't afford it, this isn't going to happen, blah, blah, blah. They want to step into who they are. They know who they are, but they've lost their sight. They've lost their ability to see past the tip of their nose, right? And it's not a bad thing. I've been there. I used to not be able to see that I was worth $1 million. I used to not be able to see that I was worth anything, because it was the people I was hanging out with. It was the energy that I was around, the energy I was consuming, and the people that I was playing small for, so they didn't get their feelings hurt, or so that they felt as they were worthy. But they never once took in consideration the things I did for them. They never took into consideration the time that I took to try to help with the things that I did. And so I had to stop hanging out with those people. I had to set boundaries, and I had to move away from that. Abundance does not come when you take people the wrong direction. You have to want it before they're gonna want it. And man, people will drain you. They will literally drain the absolute crap out of you. I've been struggling with the energy and shrinking myself to fit others' expectations. And see, we have unspoken expectations. That's the deeper part, right, Miranda? We all have unspoken expectations. Every single person in this room has an unspoken expectation, including me. And we don't tell anybody about it until after we get mad, frustrated, or upset. And then we're like, oh yeah, well, I expected you to do this. And the other person's like, well, you didn't tell me that. And then you're like, holy crap, did I really just do that? Right? Like, communication stops arguments. Communication lets that expectation no longer be there. What if society awakened? What? Can you reword that? I'm not understanding what you're saying. Ghost, I'm not understanding what you're saying. What you're saying is not making sense to me at all. I mean, what if the world was awakened? I think that's what you're trying to say, right? What if society was awakened? Can you imagine how many amazing relationships we would have? Can you imagine how many people would no longer be living on the streets, on drugs, being, wasting money away? Do you see how many people would be connected? No contact wouldn't be a thing. Why? Because people would take accountability for their actions and know they're not going to be judged for them. Know that we're just here to make life better, not make life harder. And that's exactly what toxic does to the world. I'm about as awkward as they come. Well, I mean, everyone, I don't consider anyone awkward. Why would you consider yourself awkward? If you consider yourself awkward, your subconscious is telling you that you're not worthy enough to be something better than awkward, right? If you tell yourself you're weird, then you're always going to be weird. And you're always going to hang out with the people that call you weird, joke about you, and belittle you and hold you deep down into a box. Replying to Ghost's comment. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if you guys, you have to question yourself. Stop questioning everybody else and start questioning yourself. That's going to be my advice today. Sometimes you stray away. Exactly. But you're not weird. Why? Just because you, like, for you example, Miranda, why? Because you have a farm? That makes you awkward? That makes you weird? No, that makes you human. That makes you who you are. Like, why do we have to put these weird labels that our subconscious makes us second guess what we do, which then creates quote unquote anxiety, right? which then creates depression, which then goes, oh yeah, well, I can't handle anything. I need this and this in order to function. Do you see the process of that? Like, the more we tell ourselves those things, the more we become those things. The less we consume those words, the less our subconscious has to prove our subconscious wrong, or our conscious wrong, excuse me, right? And that's the process. Our subconscious never takes a fucking break. Hi, I'm Kara. I'm new in your group and community. Welcome in, Kimmer. Yeah, Kimmer. That's how you go by, or Kim, whichever one. Welcome in. Yeah, we're just talking about life in general, right? Like Ghost was talking about in his live earlier before I had to pop out to start going live and stuff, was that he doesn't like to joke around, right? If you guys are new and you haven't grabbed her, if you would like to grab her, you can. We are not a follow for follow room. So if you have an unspoken expectation of someone in this room, please remove it right now. We don't do that. Follow for follow is not our thing. Thank you for the tiny Diney. I appreciate you. And the rose, right? If you want to show that person love, you can show that person love. But going into that really deep right there, right? Like, I used to say I had PTSD. I used to live that label. And that label became so strong that every little tiny thing that I did, my subconscious was like, oh, you can't handle that. Oh, you can't handle that. Oh, you can't handle that. And over here, my conscious is going, girl, you got this. What you talking about? Don't be listening to him. You got this. Keep going. No. Oh, they don't like you? Oh, okay. We don't care. Oh, but we do. And here's the subconscious, right? Like Ghost says. You have to be serious more in life than you have to play around. Why? Because the people who play around are proving their subconscious right. They're proving them that they're not good enough, that they are their diagnoses and all the other things. When you come from conscious thinking and when you learn how to consciously think, that's where our winners are. Those are the people that are not, dealing with where are the bills going to come from. Those are the people that can wake up every day and have meaning to what they're doing. To have the want and the will and the drive to become better than what poverty says, than the awkwardness and all of that shit. Yet people don't like reality. You did a new bio? Let's look. Ooh, I like that. I like your new bio, Ghost. Yeah, because that's truly what it is, right? And that might make some people mad, but like, that's the truth. Like, if I sit here and go, and I still struggle with this to this day, I have people that keep me accountable. Like, I'm losing weight, right? The weight didn't come on overnight, and the weight's not going to come off overnight. But if I keep telling myself that I'm not attractive, or if I keep telling myself I'm not losing it fast enough, I'm going to lose it even slower. Why? Because I'm proving the subconscious right, and the conscious is no longer the one that's in control. Our subconscious is the one that takes over every single thing we do. You are welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for inspiration. I'm here to guide you guys towards the right direction in this whole entire online space. That is my absolute goal, you guys. So, if you guys have any questions, you are always available to DM me if you choose to. If not, then I will see y'all around between the afternoon, and I am live every day at 12 MST. I gotta add that back to my bio. I had took those 2 days off, so I did not want to have any unspoken expectations from people expecting me to go live when I wasn't able to, because I was doing some of that healing energy work, and it definitely took me down for a couple of days. Miss Kathleen, our hypnotherapist, too, because I was doing some of that healing energy work, and it definitely took me down for a couple of days. Miss Kathleen, our hypnotherapist, I don't remember what time, but when that does happen, I will let you know. I will do a post about it like I always do. So you guys will also be able to pick someone else's brain that has been through massive recovery in every way, shape, and form, where ordinary therapy, medications, and healing practices did not actually help her get to where she is today. And she created 3 other hypnosis therapists through her children, right? She healed her children through energy work, and so that will be a spot for you guys to also experience that. She has services as well that she offers. She does monthly meetups, right, where she actually does a mini session with you guys. We also do drawings and things like that. So yeah, I will see you guys around. Thank you for being here. You guys are all great and amazing. And remember, stay strong and be the best version of yourself, and life will start going in the direction you want. Oops.